guys, today we're going to do one big clean in this bathroom using very minimal products. So get comfy or get your cleaning kit together with me and let's get straight into it. First up, I'm just going to empty everything out of here so that we can actually get full access to the walls, the floor, you name it. I want access to it. So everything's now out. And as you can see, we've had some grimness, is that even a word, lurking in the bathroom. So let's get it fixed ASAP. So first up, we have just some hot soapy water, a cloth, and then I'm just going to use my flash mop to do the walls with. So as I'm sure many of you are aware, you can just wipe down your walls. As always, there are things to be careful of, and you need to make sure that your paint can actually withstand it, because it can easily flake off otherwise. I'm sure you'll have all seen some videos of people wiping their walls and the paints aren't quite right. But this is a bathroom paint that we've got in here, so I've done it before, I know it'll be okay. And then yeah, we've just got a nice little mop there to crack on with the walls. So as you can see there, there's nothing, like no paint or anything coming off. So I'd recommend, if you haven't done this before, just doing a little test patch to make sure that you're not going to damage your walls, because obviously it's all well and good. It's all well and good cleaning them, but you want to make sure that you're not going to damage them, do you? Nobody wants to be then having to get a paintbrush out because you thought you were cleaning your walls. And it's so echoey in here whilst there's like, I've taken all the furniture out, it's crazy. And I'm trying not to turn the light on because the fan automatically comes on and I've got no way of turning it off. But I fear at some point I may have to give up and turn the light on. One thing I also like to do with this is a little trick, is just to take it right down to the skirting board and wipe along as well, so I'm saving myself a job later on. Or I feel like I am anyway. Of the towels that you would have seen me take out of the room as well, I've put those in a wash so that the towels are getting washed at the same time as the bathroom. But one little thing as well is that just to use some white vinegar in with those, because it doesn't make them super soft, but it does definitely help to make them a little bit softer than what they otherwise would be. Well, that's my experience with it anyway. And then now that all of the walls are mopped, I'm going to use the cloth just to pick up this bit so it can act like a, well, it is essentially damp dusting, because there's so much of it and I can't be bothered to go and get the hoover, so this will do the trick. I've given up and I've put the light on, so I'm very sorry for the fan noise, but one thing that I'm going to be using a lot of today is the steam cleaner, because I'm really hoping it'll get this little bit out here like what we saw, and just generally do some good, you know? So because there is so much dust and filth, I'm just going to go over the sink really quickly with my usual sponge and some white vinegar with lemon in, just to help remove everything, get it off, because I'm just spraying it all down the walls, which we know I've just wiped, so that's not ideal, is it? And I'm thinking, again, it's just going to be easier to bring all the dust together in one place, or the sponge can capture it, and then give it a quick steam clean so that it's just nice and fresh. But it's actually been quite a while since I've done my bathroom, which I know is really gross. I'll give it like a quick once over, but not the actual scrub of its life that it deserves. Okay, so how much better is that looking already? And then I'm just going to go over it with the steam cleaner again one more time, and then we'll move on to something else. So I'm just going to do the track of the window next and the windowsill. This is totally the wrong way around because obviously our sink is directly beneath it, so it's not very sensible of me. Just so that we're not leaving any standing water in there from the steamer. Tell you what, the window tracks are one thing that I quite often forget to do, and I'm not too bad with the door, because you see those when you're going in and out, don't you? But this bit, not so good. So then just to do the windowsill, I'm just going to change heads and put this one on, so it just gives it a really nice finish along the top. Things are going to appear very higgledy-pickledy in here because if anybody's got a steam cleaner, you know that you have to wait for it to redo. So there's going to be certain things that I'll move around to and from whilst waiting for the steamer to go again. And the first thing that I'm going to do is use this air duster. If you've seen my videos before, you will know this is amazing. And I'm going to use it on the fan because, yet again, it is just covered in dust. It's obviously doing its job and it's getting very dusty at the same time. So I'll bring you a bit closer so you can see. So there you go. I'm just going to use this head on it for now. So I had that on the third setting, which is the strongest setting, but you'll see that that hasn't actually removed all of it. So next I'm going in with this head just so that it can actually brush it all off. So I'm going to use that setting on the first one there, and you will have seen that has brought it up beautifully. So that's one job done and dusted. Quite literally, see what I did there. So the next area that I'm going to use this on is the radiator because it's so good at getting into all of the nooks and crannies on it, and also these bits here. The radiator did come with a tool for you to use it, but it never seems to be able to get into these smaller pieces along the bottom. So I'm just going to go through with this and see how much we can get through. I really hope you guys could see how much the air duster brought off of the radiator there. And then just to finish it off, I'm going over it with some of the white vinegar and lemon concoction. I mean, I think a black radiator is a bit like a black car, and I don't necessarily think I would buy one again because it just shows up all of the dust so much, but there are worse things that could be happening. And it's a choice I made, so it shows up every bit of dust that this cloth picks up. Right, that'll be fine. Again, I'm just going to do the same on the towel rail. I am very aware that I do things completely the wrong way round. You know, you're meant to clean from the top to the bottom, but I just forget. I get excited to get started and begin cleaning, and then I end up in this situation. Does anybody else do that, where you know you're meant to start from the top down, but you just go straight in and then end up doing things a little bit backwards and double the work for yourself? Next up, I'm going to clean our toilet. So for this, I'm just going to use some bicarbonate soda. Drop it into the drum and around. Is that what you call it? Drum? I don't know. And I'm just going to use some of this white vinegar just to really get it working, get it fizzing. You all know the score by now. And if you have seen my videos previously, you'll know that I am unable to open this lid, so I have to spray it all as much as I can, which in a way I actually think really helps the fizzing work, and it's less wasteful. So if I bring you closer, you can see now how, so now that I've brought you in a little bit closer, you can see how that has all fizzed up, and then I'm just going to use it to give it a really good clean. Clean the bowl nicely. You can see it's doing as it should, and then cleaning it, which is nice. Well, nice on one hand, not so nice on the other, let's be realistic. But just a nice simple way to clean your toilet without any harsh, nasty chemicals going into the water system and whatnot. And then again, whilst we're still waiting for the steamer just to warm up, I mean it might be warm by now, but I'm still going to do this. So I'm just going to again pop some bicarb and vinegar into the drain to give that a really good clean. And in case you don't know, but I'm sure you all do by now, this is just a great way to eliminate any odours and generally clean your drains.
I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing under the night sky, when you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud, talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud, talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder, love a little louder.
So the floor steamer is just heating up, so I figured that was a good time to give this door a damp dust down, because it's not great, it hasn't been done for a very long time, and I did say a big clean, so that's where we're at. Just topped up the hot water and washing up liquid from earlier on, so that we have some fresh water to clean the door down with. So I don't know about you, but I will quite often forget to clean doors, and then I could just be sat there and I'll notice it, and it bugs me until I do it. I would love to get some oak doors throughout the house, but one thing that worries me about that is how easy it is or isn't to clean them without actually ruining the wood. Because I know you can put protective coats of varnish or stain or something on, but I'm just not convinced that that would be enough to keep the wood looking nice, if that makes sense. I've said it before how we are not so great at using door handles in this household, so I really wouldn't want to get lots of grubby fingerprints that can't come off all around on the wooden door, whereas at least with it being glossed, it can just be wiped down easily. But if any of you have any experience with that, please let me know. I'd definitely be very interested to hear your thoughts and experience on it. And I've just been scrubbing so hard that I'm starting to bring the paint off. Oh. Okay, so here we have it. Nice, clean bathroom using 4 products, I think. So yeah. So I think that will go ahead and end today's video. Oh, hang on though. Don't be fooled. I still have a lot of things to put away, and obviously need to put the like the unit and stuff back into the bathroom. But yes, I hope in some way this is either giving you some motivation or you've just generally enjoyed watching along. So as always, take care, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.